All right, so one more from when, uh, on this list anyway. I think this is the last one of when I saved some friends from going to jail. So I was at a bar called the J and B. Some of you might have heard of that. That was my hangout when I was younger. But as was typical, I was a pot smoker. Used to walk across the parking lot, sit in the uh, walk across the street and sit in the judge's parking lot across the street, the magistrates, and get ripped, on the regular. So I'm out there with a bunch of friends and we're doing this. And in the alley on the other side of that, here comes this cop car rolling down from um, probably up where the dollar store is now. Came down the alley, stopped where we were sitting, where the staircase goes up the side of the building, out back where the magistrate's parking lot is. And this male and female got out and hemmed us up a little bit and started asking lots of questions. And well, we absolutely were doing something that we could have been in trouble for doing, but with some quick thinking by all of us, we got it squared away. So one of the dudes I was with had a bag of reefer in his pocket, and these cops were starting to give us a good time, like they were going to search us or something. As so. I think there's five of us there, and one girl was with us that bounced as soon as the cop car stopped. She took off, rightfully so. So the cops are asking us lots of questions about what we're doing out here, and they can smell marijuana and blah 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 blah. And we're like, yeah, we don't know what you're talking about. So the guy that I was with had it, and I knew he had it, so I had to create a distraction, right? Which I went up to the big cop, and I wasn't a real small dude compared to him. I'm saying, so I went up to the big cop and stood right in front of him, and told him if he had something to charge us with, let's getting the clinkety clanks on. I said, and otherwise, I'm going back into the bar. Well, while I was doing that, the guy that had the bag had enough sense to sit down on the curb and then shove the bag underneath. There's that little space underneath of a parking space marker. The concrete slab or whatever you call them things that go in front of him. And there's a little cutout under there. So he sat down and shoved it up underneath of there. Well, then the cops, decided that since they didn't find anything on us, that they were going to let us go. And then we went back into J&B and drank some more and came back out and got the bag later. So, good night.